Hello, it's Anand here from Wellness with Anand. And today I want to share another meditation technique. And this one is called Protection of Joy. And it's one that Osho created. I mentioned this book previously, Meditation Inc. And this is a lovely technique that you can use to cocoon you against anything that's been thrown at you. I mentioned in a previous video about cultivating empathy and what you can do if you're in a work environment, particularly say like a manager, or even, for employees, when you're in a toxic environment, this can be a beautiful technique to protect you. And it's done over a series of weeks. So the stage 1 will be week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and for as long as you need this. So the first stage is to pick a moment in your life that brought you a lot of joy or happiness. It can be a small, ordinary moment. And what Osho shares is that you do it at night time, in darkness. You can be sitting on your chair or lying on your bed, but you close your eyes, you're in darkness, and you bring up and relive this moment. So visualizing how it looked like, what sounds were there, what sensations you felt, what feelings you had. And what Osho says about this, I'll just read this for you, is you are just sitting still, doing nothing, and the rain is falling on the roof, the smell, the sound. You are surrounded and something clicks. And so you do this for 7 days, and each night build up and deepen the memory until it almost becomes more real than the event itself. So that's the first stage. First 7 days, relive this moment. And then Osho says in the second week, add one extra detail. And now you imagine or feel the space around you, above you, below you, and to the side of you, about 3 feet all around. And just feel that space around you, what we call the aura. And what Osho says on this is, on the 8th day, feel the space around you. Feel the climate is surrounding you from all sides up to 3 feet. Just feel an aura surrounding you of that moment. So you're reliving that moment, and now you're adding this aura, that surrounds you. And so you do that for another 7 days. And then the third stage, which moves into the third week, you're continuing with this beautiful moment that you have. You're feeling the space around, like the aura around. And now you create a fence, like a shield around you. So I like to vision a bubble so that I don't allow anything in unless I invite it. And what Osho says on this, then the third week, something more has to be added. Live the moment, be surrounded by it, and now create imaginary anti-space. For example, you are feeling very good. For 3 feet, you are surrounded by that goodness, that divinity. Now think of a situation. Somebody insults you, but the insult only comes up to the limit, to the boundary. There is a fence and the insult cannot enter you. It comes like an arrow and falls there. And he goes on to say, and you will be able to see, if the first 2 weeks have gone right, by the third week, that everything comes up to that 3 foot limit and nothing penetrates you. So as you can just feel these things happening around you, but they're not penetrating you. And it is really important that each week you focus on that stage. There may be a temptation to rush it, but take your time, let it go deep. And you do that for another 7 days. So first 7 days, you're reliving this moment of joy. The second 7 days, you're surrounding yourself in an aura. The third 7 days, you're maybe remembering a memory of sadness or anger, and it's bouncing off this fence that you have. Nothing penetrates you. And then Osho says for the fourth week, carry the aura everywhere. So now you're not just doing it at nighttime, you're taking it with you everywhere. This is like your protection of joy that surrounds you. And what Osho says, then from the fourth week, continue to keep that aura with you. Going to the market, talking to people, continuously have it in the mind. He goes on to say, you will be tremendously thrilled. You will move in the world having your own world, a private world, continuously with you. That will make you capable of living in the present, because in fact, you are continuously bombarded by thousands and thousands of things, and they catch your attention. He uses the example of a dog barking, and that might spark a memory of when you were bitten, and then you're back in to that old trauma. This technique prevents that. It helps you stay. I mean, imagine going about your daily living and you're surrounded, cocooned by this bubble of joy that nothing penetrates you. I know I like that. And then the very final stage, Osho says, carry that aura for a few days or a few months. When you see that now it is not needed, you can drop it. Once you know how to be here now, once you have enjoyed the beauty of it, the tremendous bliss of it, you can drop the aura of it. In other words, you no longer need it. So I hope you'll try this technique and see how it works for you. And if you do try it, I'd love to hear how you get on. You can drop some comments down below. And if you want to take a deep dive into more meditation, please feel free to book a one-to-one with me. You can book a free discovery call. There's links down below. And I look forward to seeing you at the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.